Hey everybody, this is Dave, Dave's World, Dave World. Welcome to my world, everybody. Welcome to my world. This is what I do every single day for your enjoyment, your podcast enjoyment. This is what I do. This is what I do for a living. If you're going to ask me what I do for a living, well, this is what I do for a living. I do podcast. You're kind of welcome to my world. This is what I do, not my friends or anything like that. This is my world. You're talking to my world. This is what I go for every single day. Every single day I have to deal with YouTubers out there. Every single day. Whereas the police, film the police, yes. They say in intros, film the police. Yes, film the police. They do mean it. Film the police. That's why you have the First Amendment. That's why. And we are the people and a whole bunch of stuff. They'll cite everything. They give you the Fourth Amendment. They give you the First Amendment. They give you all sorts. So we are the people. Read this up, folks. If you're American, read that up. So I just want to say, for the record, for you people, if you're a United States American citizen, you have all the rights. You have all the rights. And the police people are trying to nail you with anything in the world. Okay, so when they come up to you, when they say, okay, I'm going to nail for you this. I'm going to put this to paper. I'm going to fine you with some money. I don't know if they actually do that, but anyway. They put up a lot of charges. I call it the heavy-handed. They're heavy-handed with the charges. People, you got to be careful with these police people. A guy just recently got 59 charges. 59 charges. That was here in Toronto. I kid you not, folks. 59 charges. There's a lot of charges. You'd probably be thinking, 59 charges, that's a lot of charges. If you're a lawyer and you're an attorney, and the attorney says to you, well, you got 59 charges, how are we going to deal with all this in court? Well, there's the factor. I forget what case it was, but anyway, it's no here, no there. But yeah, 59 charges. This guy got. Oh yeah, I know that happened. It happened when this guy shot a person in a nearby shopping center. But yeah, they got 59 charges. Now it upped the ante, as they say, up the ante to a murder case. Yes, that's right, folks. First they had 59 charges. Why the 59 charges? You say? Well, he did recklessly. Carried a firearm, a sovereign citizen, as they say. Sovereign citizen. Handle a gun, which you're not supposed to do. Only police people have guns. Okay? Those are the people you got to watch out for. They're dangerous. Police people are dangerous, folks. Not the sovereign citizens of the world. There may be some drug dealers going wrong. Yeah, pretty much. I'm not trying to paint a brush here for folks. I'm just saying that in the world that we live in, only people that should have guns are the police. And I keep saying this time and time again. The police people are only people that have guns. And that should be well noted. Not the citizens of a city or a town or a country. It's only the police people. They have the firepower, as everybody wants to believe. And they have the firepower. They can kill people, even stun them. And this is the gun control that everybody likes to talk about. I'm not a big advocate of gun control. The United States people always talk about this sort of gun control that goes on every single, how many years? Time and time again, we have problems with guns out there. Now, not every gun is what you see to be. It's not like a little pistol. Sometimes maybe a rifle. A gun could be any shapes and sizes. It could be a machine gun, automatic machine gun, could be rifles. Rifles are long rifles. They're hard to carry. I kid you not. They're hard to carry. If you're a sovereign citizen, where are you going to carry these rifles? I mean, in a bag, maybe? I don't know. But anyway, no one's carrying around rifles. I'm telling. If you're people that believe in this so-called gun control thing, nobody's carrying around rifles. Really? United States carry around rifles? No. They're usually people would say they were used only for hunting. If you're hunting for how do you say recreation? American people would say recreation, and that's pretty much it. They're only meant for recreation. They're not meant for killing people. They're out there recreation, and that's mainly what the guns, those rifles, are mainly for. They'll teach you how to handle these things. I myself, I'm scared of these things. I really am. I'm like a little cat. I'm scared. Only the people who know how to handle guns should handle properly. I kid you not. So if you're in the United States and you're a self-considered, you don't have to worry about this. You got the "we are the people" sort of thing. And where the amendments come in and the Constitution say about guns, you have to read up on that stuff, folks. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an attorney. They would have the job for that stuff. The amendments, "we are the people," the Constitution, bear arms. I always hear these people saying bear arms, right? But yeah. Now remember, this is like I said. I'm not an anti anything. I'm just hear about these things in the news. People are up in arms and these gun shootings going on. It's just despicable. They always say it in a cautious kind of way. They say it in a cautious kind of way. They're not talking down to you. They're just saying it in a cautious way. Because they're worried about this. They're worried about this. Guns are in our cities, and our towns and countries. You got to be worried about this. Anyway, Ted Cruz has mentioned this several times. The Senator Ted Cruz, if I mentioned his name. I don't know if I should drop his name on here. But anyway. But folks, the only people that should have guns on this planet of ours is police people. Law enforcement, when everybody calls them, law enforcement, to your police people, your cops, you name it. They got to have the firepower, as they would say. Yes, gun is always, it's like your first day of the job. Oh, you could have a gun. Yeah, it's the first day of your job. You got to have a nifty gun because you're a police officer, right? You have a gun. Oh, it makes you powerful. Now, like I said, I don't paint everybody a broad brush. I do mean that with police officers. Like I've been saying for a long time, it depends on what kind of weapon you want to use. What do you use when you're out there? Do you use a taser or do you use a regular gun? Tasers are, I'll give you an example about a taser. Tasers, you tase people down, and it's a lot safer, a lot safer. You just tase a person on the ground. That's it. It's like a jolt of lightning. It's like a bolt of light from the sky. It gives you that 600 volt. It's a very small. I've seen these things, folks. I've seen these things. These are tasers. You can tase someone on the ground. It's like a bolt of light. If you see in thunderstorms and the lightning hits the ground, it's sort of like that in a way. But that's 600 volts, right? So it's like that. So I'm just wondering, for a lot of people out there, I'm just wondering what the police that always have these willpowers and stuff and like that. They either have a gun or a taser. What do you go for if you're out there? I'm just wondering for these people. Now, I don't paint every police officer a broad brush. What do you do when the circumstances arises? Do you use a gun, or do you reach for your gun or your taser? Is the question. What decides things like that? This is all for you people out there, the American people. Recently, there's some videos out there. Some of the officers do use tasers. If they're going to tase someone, they're going to tase them down the ground. But if they use a gun, that's more legal than a taser, because it can shoot far ranges. And you don't want that to happen. But anyway, I said what I said, folks, and this is time and time again. I do say this. I'm not anti-police. I'm not anti-this. I'm not anti-that. By all means. These are the people that are on YouTube. First Amendment auditors. They call themselves auditors. And they audit. It's like they want to get a story out there. So the way they use the First Amendment on it. They say, okay, we're on public area. We can film. We're in public area. Sidewalk's public. It's not private property. Sidewalk you don't own. The private property that you own is the building over there. That's what you own. That's what you own as private property owner. That's what I mean. So let me get this straight from people out there. I've heard this time and time again. People come up to cameras and say, hey, you're on private property. And I always say to those people, no, we're on the sidewalk. It's public sidewalk. That means I can film, take pictures, day or night. Day or night. Yeah. I'm saying this on the podcast. So just remember, folks, like I said, you can say wherever you want. These peace officers can say whatever they want. Everything they want. But they're not going to break my style, as a song would say. Not cramp me out. They can be there, talk to me, do a polite conversation. That's great. That's great. Where that leads is good. That's good. It's like a polite conversation. Like if we're like brother to brother, we're having a polite conversation. We're not killing each other. And that's great. That's great. But when it comes to certain things, then we got to be a little cautious. We got to put the caution flag up. Yeah. But like I said, these people got to understand that time and time again. Not all police officers are out there with their guns drawn. Okay, when I see these videos, these are people from their cameras. They do it from a distance. They don't do it up close. They do it from a distance. They always have the officers tell them that. So from a distance, you can do it from the sidewalk, but you can't go way over there. They're doing an investigation. They always say from the cameras to say we're doing an investigation of this crash or whatever the case may be. So we don't need you to be close to the area. So they usually say they have the people with cameras to move to the sidewalks. They can film, take pictures wherever they want. Right? That's what this is the how do you say it? The aura or the positive way of doing things. All right, you don't want to corrupt their investigation, so-called investigation, if that's what they're doing. I'm just saying. So, like I said, folks, don't paint everybody a brush. Okay, they're just trying to do a job like you and I. We're camera people. They're police people over there. We're just camera people. We do our job. Our job is to film the damn thing and do our job. That's the job we do. We do it street corners. We film the police with impunity because we're at sidewalk areas, and we do film the police. We do film the police because that's what your Constitution said so. Hold these police people accountable. Yeah, it's a lot of people would say it's that I forget that word again. It's your you can film the police all night and day if you want. It's up to you. It's up to you. That's your job. Like I'm saying, that's your job. Film the police. You got to hold these people accountable. And there's videos out there on YouTube, and I don't paint people with a broad brush. Remember that. I'm not taking sides to anybody. So if you see these auditors out there with their cameras, vlog cameras, they like to film the police any way possible. And remember, it's your First Amendment right. Remember that. Go look it up. Your First Amendment right to do that. And but they're not always near the houses. They're near street corners. They're there and filming everything to do with the police. If you see police vehicles going by, and they're really, they're stopping people, and cameras are there for the filming. Okay, time and time again. I have a few YouTubers out there really doing a good job out there. This is just a job to them. They're out there doing the First Amendment auditors. These are auditors out there, or getting a story out there for newsrooms. So there's many out there. Not everybody does this. Okay, not everybody does this. You have to have street smarts. You got to know, not everybody's. They're good. They're learning the ways. People in the private residence like to call the police on the photographers because they are on private property, and usually it's no. So anyway, this is my podcast. Thank you for joining my podcast. I'm in stereo. This is sounding stereo now, and this is not mono sounding. This is sounding stereo. By the way, if all you children out there, I got a doozy for you children out there. If you want to. If you're like Raffi, remember that singer Raffi, And Fred Penner, remember that Fred Penner? We're going to talk about him for a long